no, no, yeah, no, 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 yeah, no, yeah, no, no, no.
Hello and welcome to Come and Sat with the Satellites. Today we are making a baked seafood, I don't call it boiled because you don't boil it, some baked seafood. And I'm going to start off with my sauce. Y'all see all of the ingredients up on my countertop. Those are all of the ingredients that I will be using in my sauce. So I'm going to use like a tablespoon of each of those ingredients, but we'll talk more about that later. So let's get started. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken each of my spices and I put a tablespoon of each in my bowl. And I've had the Slap Your Mama seasoning. You see it. And I have the accent. So you take all of your dry seasoning and just put them in there. Black pepper, oregano, chili powder. Yeah. Some chili powder. I have some garlic powder. Yeah. And onion powder. Onion powder. Yeah. And some smoked paprika. And some Old Bay. I have a tablespoon of Old Bay in it. And lastly but not least, some of this good old brown sugar.
Good job.
Thank you. Ooh. And I just put those in there, and I've cut up my onion already. And what I'm about to do now, I'm about to open my butter, go to my stove, and put it in my saucepan. And I'm going to saute my onions, and we'll be back in just a little bit. So I'm going to put 4 sticks of butter in here. I know it sounds like a lot, but I'm going to use some of my sauce to put on my seafood when I put it in the oven. So you're gonna let that melt. And you're gonna also, while it's melting, I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in there. Put your onions in there. Just let it melt and come to a, like you're sauteing your onions. Now I'm going to add my seasoning. My seasoning on my spoon. I'm going to push it on in there because I want every bit of it. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic. I might do 2 because I like garlic. I'll start in here. Okay, so now that it's come to a boil. It smells good too, y'all. Just let it continue to cook a little minute. We're gonna start adding our other ingredients. So now I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, and I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce. Tablespoon of that. Add a tablespoon of the lemon juice. Now I'm going to add a cup of the chicken broth. It also calls for 4 ounces of Coca-Cola. And now I'm going to add, it says, I'm going to do a tablespoon of this stir-in paste of the ginger. Fresh ginger. So now that this has come to a boil, I think this is about ready. I'm going to pour this up into a bowl. And I'll let you see it once I pour it. Okay, as you know, the potatoes, the corn, and the eggs, they take extra time to cook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boil my potatoes, corn, and eggs for like 20 minutes in this pot, and we will return. And I do not put any seasoning in this water because I'm going to season everything when I mix it with my, I'm going to call it a bake, seafood bake. So this is my sauce for my seafood, and I will just like dip it out and put it over my seafood bake before I put it in the oven. But I'm going to call it Shy seafood sauce. Okay, so what I have here is the turkey smoked sausage. I'm just going to open these and cut them up. I'm going to put them in my skillet. Cut these up like slantways. So you put those in the skillet, just let them fry them just a little bit because I like mine cooked before I put it in my water. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is put down a little bit of this parkay squeezed butter. Just put a little bit in the bottom. And I've washed my shrimp already, and I've also washed my crab legs. So what I'm just going to do is just put some in here, lay them down. And I got these from Kroger. They were either they're not the frozen ones, they're the fresh. Those are the fresh fresh crab legs. Then now I'm gonna just put my shrimp all over. This is pretty much all the seafood I had, and I just wanted to put it in first. And there's no particular order that you put it in. And now I have my corn. I'm just gonna lay it all over. And feel free to put as much corn or as less corn as you like. And now that I've cooked my potatoes, I just cut them up in the desired shape that I want them. Put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. We'll be back after this. Okay, so the timer did go off, and I put it in there on 350 for 30 minutes. So now I'm going to uncover it. I'm going to add my eggs to it. I don't know if I told you, but like my shrimp that I have in here, I got that from Kroger, not Kroger, but Walmart, and it's the fresh shrimp, not the frozen. So I'm gonna add that to it, and I'm also gonna add I have a half a packet of the ranch seasoning. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top of there, and I'm gonna give it a little stir to make sure it gets all coated. Just a little bit more now. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this parsley. People say, "Oh, just add it for color," but people always say, black people always put parsley on their finished product. Make it look pretty. So I'm just gonna mix this up so the seasoning can get on the stuff at the bottom. Mama. I don't know if y'all seen the movie. It's called Girl. I think it's called Girl, but it's a good movie. That's what they're watching in there. And no, they did not sponsor my video. Throw it on top of the silky. Get a little bit of it. Okay, yeah. So now I'm gonna pop this back in the oven for another. I'm gonna do 30 minutes. You should be fine. So I'm gonna set my timer for 30 minutes, no longer. And I may check on it before 30 minutes is up, and it might need to be taken out. But this is what we have right now. Yeah, it smells really good. So I'm about to pop it back in the oven, and we shall return. Okay, so the timer did go off, and I put it in there on 350 for 30 minutes. So now I'm going to uncover it. I'm going to add my eggs to it. I don't know if I told you, but like my shrimp that I have in here, I got that from Kroger, not Kroger, but Walmart, and it's the fresh shrimp, not the frozen. I'm gonna add that to it, and I'm also gonna add I have a half packet of the ranch seasoning. So I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top of there, and I'm gonna give it a little stir to make sure it gets all coated. still has like 15 more minutes to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna get some of this sauce. Y'all, I'm gonna get some of this sauce. Y'all see it? Oh, shut up. So I'm gonna get some of this sauce. I'm just gonna put it on top of here. Put it up in there. I like that. I like to put stuff in there. Some people don't. Kudos to you. But I do. Okay. Let's get another look. I heard a voice that put another stuff. So I'm gonna pop this back in the Pop this bad boy back in the oven for 15 more minutes and we will be back. Okay, this is my finished product. And we are about to enjoy it. And if you make it at your house, I hope you enjoy it as well. Thank you for coming to Set with the Satellites.
Hey, no, no, no. Hey, no, no.